Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Rafael and I'm here to review the first ever reunion to Drag Race España. I cannot believe we are already at the reunion. I mean, next week we crown season 1 of Drag Race España's winner. I'm really looking forward to a season 2, season 3, and so on. So the way this review is gonna go down is I'm gonna start off with the looks first, and we're gonna start off in order with the Macarena. And the Macarena came in, she looked really pretty. It was so nice to finally see her again. I'm like, finally, the Macarena. I mean, damn, I feel like we were really robbed of her, of her and Volcano. I mean, damn. It was very refreshing and fun to see the Macarena again, especially since the only runway we got from them was that outfit that, they had to make the very first episode, and that wasn't the best lighting either, because it wasn't really made properly. So it was nice to see her. It was nice to see this red dress, see her energy again. So Macarena, you look really nice for this reunion. And then another favorite, Drag Volcano, another one that was gone way too soon because of the judging, but Drag Volcano looks really good. I love that headpiece. I mean, I wonder if it was styrofoam or if it was actually metallic. I kind of just wanted to knock on it just to see if it was hollow. And of course, she has her signature stilt boots that they look really great. I wonder if they're gonna say something now in the reunion, like, oh, you're not allowed on stage because you're wearing those boots again and you need to switch it up a little bit. I'm surprised it didn't say that to her. And also, I really like that they had the whole stage for the reunion. I feel like that's what they should do with the reunions moving forward if they're not gonna do them in front of big crowds anymore, because this was actually a cute setup. You see, Drag Race US, you could have done reunions like this. You could have done them on stage. Drag Race España was 10 steps ahead of you. How come you didn't think of that to begin with? And then we have Inti, which I was shocked to see them again. I'm like, oh, I thought, you kind of ended the show on bad terms or they weren't going to invite you or whatever, but it was really nice to see them again. I love that hair and the hair color. The makeup was so good. I mean, they always got the makeup department correctly. The outfit, I'm not sure if I liked it. I mean, when they were sitting down, it kind of looked good. I liked the yellow piece to it, but I wasn't really sure if I was really a big fan of the whole outfit whatsoever. The black latex outfit all around their arms and legs and everything, and their body was just a little bit too baggy. It was cute if it was a little bit more form-fitted, and especially because they had that big yellow piece in the middle, which, kind of swallowed up the whole outfit and made it look even more bigger than what it is. I like the makeup and the hair. That was my favorite part of the look. Arancha is next, and the outfit was actually cute. I like the colors. They reminded me very much of the very first runway that they had to make the outfit, and it was purple and yellow, I believe. So it was kind of similar, but a little bit more polished. I mean, the dress was just a little raggedy and a little cheap looking to me, but for the most part, it was cute. I like the leggings, I like the heels, I like the hair, and I also love the little hat that was on the sideways. So Ransha, you look cute for the reunion. And then it's Hugasio, and do I even have to speak on it? I mean, Hugasio looks flawless. Hugasio looks so good. I love the whole look. I think my favorite part was the wig. I love that style of wig, and then with the little hat on top of it, I'm like, wow, Hugasio, like, you come back and you still a bad bitch. Like, the whole look was beautiful. I mean, Hugasio, every look that I've seen so far on this season has been amazing. Like, can you just come back for season 2, 3, 4? Just come back as a judge at this point. Fuck it. The way Hugasio's eye works with fashion and colors, I mean, with anybody else, this would probably look a hot mess, but Hugasio makes every color come together in one way or form, and it looks like a beautiful piece of art. So Hugasio, you also look good at this reunion. Next is the Viva Nurmi, and I was looking at their wig specifically like, do I like this? Am I a fan of this? Am I giving it a thumbs down? But I actually enjoyed the wig. I really do, because it's something different that I really don't really see like that on Drag Race like that. I don't see that type of style for the most part. And I really like it. I really like the whole entire look. Definitely on brand with you. And I like the different style of hair. Like, that's something that not everybody could pull off. And Dovima pulled it off really nicely. Poopy Poison looked really pretty as well. I love the rainbow suit that they had on. The only thing I would give it is that the shoes, maybe the shoes should have been something else or a little bit more fancier, because the outfit looked really nice and then we just got black shoes. But they're sitting down, so who's really noticing that? But Poopy Poison looked really nice. I love the hairstyle. She just looked like a very professional fish, like, yes, I'm going to fire everybody tonight and I don't care, because I'm giving myself a raise. So yeah, Poopy Poison, it was lovely to see you too. I mean, you should have definitely been in the top 3 as well, but that's a discussion for a different day. And then we get my favorite, Carmen, but this was not my favorite look of the whole reunion, actually. I mean, I don't know, something about it was just very off. And I think that it was probably the lighting or the way they did their makeup or something, because Carmen was looking kind of rough in some of the scenes. I'm like, oh, Carmen, you look really, really good all season, and you come to the reunion and this is what you give us? The hair kind of wasn't it. The dress was cute, but I really do think that it had something to do with the makeup and the lighting. That it was just throwing it off. I'm like, oh, Carmen, this is not the Carmen that we all saw on the show, you know? And surprisingly, it was very simple compared to what else she's given us on the show. And then we have Killer Queen, and Killer Queen looks like a bad bitch. I mean, damn, bitch, like, I love that turquoise, like tealish, bluish, greenish color that she had on. That was a really, really nice color on you, especially with the blonde hair and everything, and then the little headpiece that it kind of looked like the Ouija board, like the thing that you move with your hands. Like, it looked like that into a hat. And yeah, Killer Queen, I think she was really up there with probably the top look of the whole reunion. She looked really good, and I really would love to see her more in this color. It was very pretty. She just looked like she was gonna take your man and not feel sorry about it. And then we get Sagittaria, and this dress, this green dress that she was wearing, is definitely on brand with what she wears and like her aesthetic and the type of dresses that she likes wearing. I loved it. I thought she looked really, really pretty. She looked like a prom queen that was pissed off that she came in second place. And she had on those black latex gloves, which in any other queen, it probably look a little weird, but I feel like she pulled it off really nicely. The wig was really good too. So Sagittaria, you look beautiful at this reunion. And of course, Supreme Deluxe is out of drag, and he looks cute too. I mean, the best looks that I would have to give it would be Hugasio, Killer Queen, and Drag Volcano. I think all three of them look the best to me, especially Drag Volcano, since it's just like, you should have been up there too. You should have been at least top 5, but you know, it is what it is. Then we start off the reunion, of course, with the Samsung flip phone, and I'm like, damn, you continue trying to put this shit down our throats. Like, they must be paying Drag Race España a lot of money to be promoting this every 5 seconds. And of course, we start off with the Macarena, and Supreme asks Macarena, so how do you feel being the first one out? Like, what's your opinion on that? And the Macarena says, which I didn't really like her answer. I'm like, don't discredit yourself that way. She said, oh, well, I kind of saw it coming. I mean, if it was anybody else, it should have been me, because at least if I got eliminated, you know, being an older queen or whatever, like, at least I gave the younger queens a bigger chance to continue on. And I'm like, no, let's not think like that, because I really do think that ageism is a thing in the Drag Race community, or in this show specifically, because we don't see a lot of older queens anymore on the show. They're usually like, oh, 21, maybe up to 29, 28, and we really don't see anybody past that. Like, the earlier stages of Drag Race, we get to see queens like in their 50s or like 40s, 30s or whatever, and now it's just like, maybe you'll be lucky to get one, but they'll be the first one out just because people don't vibe well with that aesthetic. And it's like, Macarena, even if you were like 40 or whatever, you had such a young personality to you. You had so much life to you that we probably didn't get a chance to see. That we did actually get a glimpse of it from the episode that you were on, because the Macarena was just so much fun, you know? And it's just like, oh, don't discredit yourself like that. You're good regardless of your age. And then we get to the Macarena, and Supreme asks her, like, so do you think that you took this competition way too serious? And I'm like, now, what kind of question is that? We're all competing here, right? Aren't we supposed to take it serious? I mean, I get it. It's a fun competition, but at the same time, you have to be serious about it at some point. And they were like, oh, yeah, like, you know, you were in the background the whole entire time, and you were kind of like a nobody. And then all of a sudden, now you're a sergeant. And she's like, well, I mean, I did what I had to do. You know, that's how I like to be. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to take it serious. And Inti's like, so do you think that maybe if you wouldn't have took it so seriously, you probably still would have been in the competition? And you can see that, you know, the Drag Volcano didn't answer. It was just like, oh, okay, like, whatever. And you could just tell, I mean, look how polished she looked up there on stage. Like, imagine all the other looks that she would have gave us. The elimination that she was at, that she got eliminated on, she looked so good in that outfit, which I still don't agree with that elimination either, by the way. And I can only imagine the type of drag that we probably would have been exposed to, especially with those stilts. I would have loved to see much more of that. So if that's her style of, you know, doing a competition or doing anything in life is to take it serious, then, I mean, it's not gonna, you know, hurt nobody. It was just her way of probably trying to improve something or improve the group in their performance, if anything. And then Supreme moves over to Inti and asks Inti, so do you regret leaving Drag Race? Like, what do you think? And Inti's like, no, I don't regret it at all. But I do love that Inti is very respectful with everything. And it's not like, fuck Drag Race, I don't want to be on this shit or whatever. No, they're like, I really don't want you to take this the wrong way. I don't want it to be a misunderstanding. I was very honored to be here and to meet 9 other queens and the judges and stuff. So that I really love that Inti's very respectful. They said that it was too much to bear, too much on their mind and stuff. And, you know, again, it's one thing trying to be like, oh, I want to be on Drag Race, I want to be on TV, blah, blah, blah. But then once you're on it and you're in front of the camera, it's a whole different dynamic, I bet. And some people aren't built like that. They think that they are built for something that they think it's going to be a certain way. But then when they're in that situation, it's like a whole different ballgame. And that's probably what happened with Inti. But I wonder if Inti will come back for an all-star season or like for another season of Drag Race España. I mean, I'm not sure. Is it just the whole, this season specifically that you don't want to be on? Or are you just done with the whole TV thing as a whole? And then we get Arantxa and Supreme asks Arantxa like, oh, so what was your favorite moment of Drag Race? And of course hers was when she was making out with Killer Queen. And I, oh my God, did not realize that they were sucking on each other's tongues like that. And it was nice to see their video package of their time on Drag Race España and everything. So that was cute. And I also enjoyed that music transition that they had every now and then. Like when they cut to scenes, like it was that English speaking music in the background. I'm like, oh, who sings that? I need a playlist of all those songs. It sounds catchy. Then we finally get to hear from Hugasio and if they actually thought that they were gonna go home on the episode that they did. And they're like, I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. Like, I did think I was gonna go home, especially as soon as I was in front of that microphone. And I love that all the queens got to like kind of sing that Mi Vida, Tu Vida. Like that song is just so fucking catchy, specifically that line right there. So yeah, so that whole thing was cute. And then we finally get to Sagittaria and Dovima's issue, which I think it's complete BS at this point because Supreme asks, so what exactly happened between y'all, between that situation with y'all and some other guy or whatever that you were fighting over? And of course they're like, well, what happened between us is gonna stay between both of us. Like, it's gonna stay between me and Sagittaria. And I'm like, so then what's the point of bringing it up on the show? I mean, I really thought that this was gonna be a huge thing, a huge plot line on the show from the very first episode. They came in hating each other. I mean, Dovima just did not want nothing to do with Sagittaria. And then by episode 2, they're like, oh my God, do you want to paint each other's nails? Do you want to do each other's wigs? And it's just like, why even say that in the first place then if it wasn't going to be all fake? I really do think it was all contrived just for them to stay on the show a little longer, just to have a storyline or something, which was pretty stupid. Or maybe it is legit a thing and they just don't feel comfortable talking about it in TV, but who knows? But why mention it in the first place, you know? So then all the queens start discussing all the outfits and some of the other questionable outfits this season. And they start basically like saying, oh, is it good? Is it bad? Do y'all like this look? Do y'all not? And some of these looks, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot that you wore this. I forgot that you wore this. And some queens like certain outfits over others. And you know, everybody's choice is questionable. And then we finally get on to Poopy Poison. And we're like, so what made you break out? What made you really break out of there and out of your shell? And it was obviously because of Peppy Passion in that conversation. But I feel like even before that episode, we got to see a lot of Poopy Poison and who they really were as a person in and out of drag. You know, it wasn't because of Peppy Poison. That was just a much more emotional, in-depth look into Poopy Poison's life and into what she really has to go through at home with her mom and everything. So that I understand. But yeah, Poopy Poison, another one. I just like another one that I think that should have been in the top 4. Like, fuck a top 3, it should have been a top 4. And isn't me, but it feels like Carmen is not going to win. Like, I was so confident about it before, but I don't know, something is telling me that she's just not going to win. Like, something either happened at the very end or something, or I'm not sure, because Carmen's energy was just so low compared to how she really is all the time, like all funny and excited. Here she was just kind of like, yeah, I'm just here because of whatever. Yeah, you know, and it was that vibe. And Killer Queen was so much more, you know, amped and excited, like, oh, I'm so happy to be here, I'm Killer Queen. So I'm thinking, did y'all crown Killer Queen and like took the crown away from Carmen or something? Like, what's going on here? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Carmen won? I'm hoping that they filmed each queen winning individually and then nobody's gonna know who won until the episode was aired. But I don't know, if they didn't do it that way, I just have a feeling that Carmen probably lost. Because again, she was just not there. It was just kind of like somebody else was in her body. And she said that her weakness was her comedy and that she wasn't sure if she was gonna come out and be funny. And I'm surprised too, because I'm like, wow, you killed it on the runway and you did really good in the challenges. So, you know, I don't know what you have to worry about because you were literally a full package. You were literally everything. And then we finally get the first Miss Congeniality. I cannot pronounce that damn word to save my life. And we get Poopy Poison and she got a little box. I'm like, what is it? A bunch of calculators or something? Like, what's inside that box? And she gets to be there to crown the winner of Drag Race España Season 1. And I was excited. I'm like, you know what? I thought it was going to be Killer Queen, but Killer Queen's in the top 3, so Poopy Poison is the second one that I would give it to. If not Poopy, it would have been, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who I would have. Arancha is probably the second one that deserved Miss Congeniality. But Poopy Poison, I'm not mad at you. At least you won something, and we better see you on All Stars. I want to see all these queens on All Stars. I want to see every single one of them on All Stars in the future. But that's that, y'all. That was the reunion. It was cute to see them talk and have a kiki and talk about, you know, the best in certain moments in there. And I love seeing the unseen footage, the Javi when he was sitting down and he busted his ass and fell. I'm like, my God. So it's already funny watching the show as it is when it's being filmed and everything, but behind the scenes it's also funny. I can only imagine like how much of a blast it is to film this show all together, in front of the scenes and behind the scenes as well. So I like that aspect. I'm like, ooh, they should give a whole episode of unseen footage. I would love that. Like, just extend this season by another episode and give us unseen footage. But that's that, y'all. Next week we crown a winner, and I don't know, I'm still Team Carmen, but the way she was at this reunion, it just seems that she probably got robbed or something, or didn't win, or something happened probably. And I don't know, I'm nervous, like, because she is the rightful winner, right? What do y'all think? Are y'all Team Carmen, Team Sagittaria, or Team Killer Queen? And who do y'all think had the best look at this reunion? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Bye, y'all. Mwah.